anti-heroes. Met with Tantine after Magrom identified some of the items that he was able to pilfer from the bounty hunter. Quite a slew of magical items were obtained, and some conversations were had at the inn about Cyric and worshipping Cyric, and the companions decided to accompany Tantine to the altar of Bane after meeting at the House of Jannarks to obtain some kind of Cyricist emblem or idol to attempt to corrupt the altar of Bane. Through some high trickery on Tantine's part, he was able to convince the Cyric-loving companions that he had to accompany him to this task, and brought them to the Shrine of Bane, where Bane himself was able to cleanse them of their addled Cyricist minds, and bestowed upon them a great power, in which they were able to take to the House of Jannarsk with force and slay every single Cyricist within the house. We left off with Tantine smiting the final Cyricist, and smiting the final man with such force that it almost leveled the entire room, blasting a hole out the southern side of the building, where black flames are still erupting from minor pieces of wood scraps that are left behind. I will take care of Toast. I will play Toast while we wait for Horseberg. So you guys can go ahead and start.
You're looking a little sweaty there, Tansy.
So Gertie finally makes her way into the room, and she just looks shocked and surprised. And what happened in here?
The reign of Cyric in this town has been put to an end.
I can see that. Well, it seems we have done our task. Bane is truly with you, Tantine.
As he would be with all of you if you accept him.
I just kind of grimace at that.
Yeah. Grimace.
Now they look around at the destruction around me. Well then, maybe now that map's gone, what are you going to bring back to your leader?
Well, I will tell Jhessail everything that has transpired here, and would request a meeting with her. Would you like to accompany me? I ask the group.
I gotta go check on my mom.
Well, it obviously would not be tonight. It's just past midnight.
Well, you knew.
Max is brushing himself off as he was blacked out for the majority of what happened in here, and he breathed in deeply, almost catching a second wind, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Well, mate, I'm still gonna need your help to undo what I did.
Oh, I will assist you with that task.
But I do think to Jhessail then.
I do think tomorrow we should meet and go speak with Jhessail before we leave town. Where should we meet? At Max's mommy's?
I believe it's appropriate to give them space at this time. Mayhaps we can meet somewhere more private. Magrom, do you have a home here?
Some may say my home's at the Velvet Doublet.
We could meet at the Velvet Doublet, that's fine.
We could get one of them sticky private rooms.
Yes. I'm sure it won't be your first.
Well, you mentioned treasures, and I clapped my hands behind me. Let's see what these blokes got.
Watch out for traps. Take a look around.
I will investigate. Who will help me investigate?
I want to look at this potion.
All right. I'm gonna head back while you guys are looking around here. I gotta make sure Mom made it back safe.
Oh, dang.
I'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Max is gonna get shanked in the streets.
All right, Max. You can go all the way to the bridge, but stop there.
I rolled a 24 on my investigate.
So you do see, amidst the rubble, you do see a chest under the bookshelves there, and looking around the room, you do see this chest over here under the windowsill.
Alright. Could I also include my loot of the corpses in that roll? Corpse, I guess.
Yeah, the only corpse left in this room is one of the cultist rogues. You find just a common dagger on him and traveling clothes that are black and purple. And you find on his body 12 gold pieces.
Would the robes fit a dwarf?
No, they would not.
I'm gonna look at this first chest for traps.
Okay. Oops.
Where's our dice tower?
I tried. It's fucking pain in the ass.
Okay.
Everywhere. You do not notice any traps on this chest.
I peek the lock. Well, I see if it's locked first.
It is not locked.
I just open it.
Okay.
Does anybody know how to clear a dice that you have queued?
Escape. So if you have one queued and you didn't pick it up yet, I just pick it up and then hit escape.
In
there you
this-
go.
In this chest, you find some common books. There's one book specifically on Cyric and his ascent to the not to the Iron Throne, but to the Immortal Throne, and how he attempted to take Zental Keep back in 1385. He was raised to the Supreme Throne. It was just a book all about that. And you also find what looks to be like a gray-colored flask with a metal chain, and it has a screw top, like a traditional flask.
I'll pocket the book
Okay.
and the flask. That was it, just those two things?
Yep.
And then I will work the second chest and investigate the poop out of it.
Okay.
It's like, what happened to that dice?
Yeah, it went flying. This chest is hard to read. You just every time you try to look at it, you just kind of look at the carnage in the room, and the black flames are kind of distracting you.
I am going to... I think we should take a short rest. My mind's not working right. I'm gonna sit down in this chair real quick.
Were you investigating that potion you said, Tantine?
I was thinking about it.
So I'll be resting while they're investigating around.
Okay.
9.
So it looks to be just a standard flask. You can't really tell if there's a liquid inside or not. Its opaque surface makes it difficult to see what's inside of it.
Probably a trick of Cyric's.
Have a look at that chest over there.
Actually, the potion looks to be...
It looks to be cool.
Well, you moved the dice to a 16.
Oh, I want to check out this mirror. Is this a mirror or a table?
It is a mirror.
I want to investigate this mirror. I'm dumb. No. 9. I mean.
So you see yourself. Looking into the mirror, you see yourself. And looking at your face in the mirror, You see your visor rise, but you have not touched your visor. So I need you to make a DC. I need you to make a charisma saving throw. Okay. So you feel, looking at your reflection in the mirror, you see the visor rise, like I said, and you see yourself reaching towards yourself, and you feel your body start to move towards the mirror, but the presence of Bane still within your mind and your heart resists, and you are able to pull yourself away from the mirror.
Do I notice any of the?
You'd see, all you see is Tantine moving towards the mirror for a second and then pulling away.
Mm.
I'm gonna insight him.
Me?
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
18.
So you can tell that he was startled for a second after he looked at himself in the mirror, and his jump reaction to pull back is not like him when his usually calm and commanding demeanor.
You all right there, mate?
It appears to be a cursed object.
Oh, we should get the
I'm gonna cut this curtain down and throw it over the mirror.
Okay.
get the
Just for shits and giggles, make an attack roll.
I hope he misses. Dang it.
Yeah, you do so with ease. You cleave the curtain from the rod, and you're able to throw it over the mirror.
May be of value, but I don't trust it. I will look at this chest for you.
Ooh.
Dang.
So looking at this chest, you see that it is a pretty fancy looking chest compared to the one over at the other side. And you also notice that before your smite on the final worshipper of Cyric, that this chest was hidden behind a bookshelf that was destroyed in your smiting, and it is now revealed. When you get closer to the chest, you feel the hairs on your arms start to rise.
Like static electricity?
You can't identify it.
I look down at this dice.
Oh, what do you see, Tantine?
I see an ornate chest, which has
Maybe take
magical
a look at it.
properties. Yes.
What makes you say that?
It tingled my head.
Let me see if there are any traps.
Well, it
So
might
she
be.
gets closer to it, and she kind of looks at the chest and then looks back at Magrom and says, "Did you look at this already?"
Yeah, that's why I sat down. I got woozy.
Oh, any thief worth his stock could see that this is a common magic missile trap.
I wanted to pull the sheet off that. I just grumble and go back to the chair.
So she definitely maneuvers her dagger over the lock, and you see her snip the tripwire that would activate a trap. And would you like me to pick it as well while I'm here?
If you could, I would appreciate it.
I'm just doing the like clappy hand bird motion behind her, mocking her, going. Nyeh, 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 nyeh.
So as she puts the lockpick in the lock, when you're doing that, it distracts her for a second, and her lockpick snaps.
I cast guidance on her for a 4.
And then that still doesn't help. She rolled a 1.
And I just I go, oh, what, you having performance issues there, love?
Yeah, let's see you take a turn at it.
All right. And then I do like the sleeve pump with my fingers.
I'm hesitant to cast guidance on Magrom because my memory is just of him covered in feces.
And here's how we do it.
Yeah, so you're able to pick the lock.
And then I do for the finger guns in the air and dance at her.
She curls up her top lip and goes to check out this potion.
I get up uncomfortably close to her with a high five hand and say, eh?
As she turns to look at the potion, her tail whips up and hits your hand.
While he's
I'll take it.
rummaging over there, I'm gonna kick the chest open.
Okay.
What's in there?
Do we have to investigate it?
No, I'm getting
Oh,
okay.
What you call?
You find a halberd
Oh, dang. And
Is there something special about this?
I wonder how it fit in here. I will lift out the hall beard.
If it's a magic chest, I'm putting it in my house.
It was very ornate and pretty.
Potion.
I hand Magrom the potion.
And what looks to be a silver or metallic lantern.
And I hand Magrom the silver metallic lantern.
What color was the potion?
The potion. Red.
Can I Arcana? Is it magical, do I think?
You can Arcana it. Go ahead. So looking at the potion, you can see that the liquid in the potion continuously contracts to a tiny bead and then expands to color the clear liquid around it. The red potion inside is just constantly opening, closing, constricting, expanding.
What we got here is a potion of throbbing.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We should give it to your high zealot.
Oh, well, I think he's throbbed enough.
Well, is that enough to ID it or no?
Yes, it is a potion of diminution.
Diminution.
Oh, I like throbbing. I thought he was on something there.
Can I inspect this halberd and see if it's a quality made item and maybe if it makes me feel good inside? Oh, do you want me to Arcana or?
So can you just use halberds or can you use two-handed axes?
I think I can use both.
He gets all martial weapons as a paladin.
You're proficient? Okay, so it's a two-handed axe.
Okay. What do you want me to do to inspect it?
First make an Arcana check.
Okay. It's all the same anyways, because I'm dumb.
Okay, so looking at this axe,
Ooh,
you can
nice.
tell that it is very well made, and that it has, it just looks different than typical two-handed axes that you've seen anyway in your line of work. You also feel a slight hesitation when you pick it up.
Like, I feel like the axe is, like, hesitating or, like, resistant to me picking it up?
No, more like that you're resistant to pick it up. You kind of hesitate after you hold it. You kind of get an anxious feeling for a second. But nothing that's extremely pulling or pushing you away from it.
Okay. I'll hold on to it for now to see if I can get it inspected. And then I'll tell Magrom that I'll compensate him for it. Because I did say he could have the loot from this place.
What is it?
If he agrees.
You said you're going to hang on to it?
Yes, as long as you agree. And I'll compensate you for it. But I feel like if you want me to roll persuasion, I will, but I think this will do better in my hands.
I look over at the hole in the ground and I'm like, whatever you say, mate.
Automatic intimidation roll.
I don't know if you want to try to carry either of these items out. I wouldn't trust that mirror, but it might be worth something.
What did it do to you?
It had some sort of enthrallment that drew me toward it. I wonder if it captures its victims and enslaves them in the mirror.
I'm gonna think about it, and if I've ever heard of a magic item coming in like this at the Thieves Guild. That slow roll onto the one.
Oh, okay. So you think about your time in the Thieves Guild and try to jog your memory of any kind of magical mirrors or any kind of mirrors at all, and you just think of a time when you were a child and you would look in your mirror growing up and all of the beautiful dwarven etchings on the mirror, and you just fade off into a memory of a long time ago, and you can't remember why you were even thinking about a mirror.
I just have like tinnitus right now, and I'm looking out the window.
Yeah.
Alright. The building's yours if you want to look any further. I know we had combat on the other side. I don't know if any items of value might be over there.
Can I take, like... How long are we going to hang out here?
I don't know, for brevity, if he...
Why don't you go check out how the chef's doing, and I'll take a look around this place and do a mass investigation at DM's discretion.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, the immediate threat is over.
Alright, I'm going to do a scouring, and you just tell me how you want me to do that.
Okay, so you tell me how many bodies you investigate.
Quite a few down here.
I'm going to go check out where the fat man was hanging out first.
Okay.
And we can cut to them if you want.
Yeah.
What is going on here? There we go. Oh.
I thought he had a pot on his head.
So you see the chef is at the table, and he's got what looks to be like a squid or an octopus on the bench, and he is just chopping away at it. Make an investigation. Okay. So you see the squid, seeing his motion of the chopping, you look to the item that he's chopping, and it is a squid tentacle, but there's no way you could have known that's what it was, because it is basically almost like hamburgered. It's just chopped to fucking oblivion, and he is just staring straight ahead, not even looking at the tentacle.
Oh. You alright there, chef?
Oh, sorry about that, sir. I was busy with me work.
You
I am
aware?
rather tired, though.
You aware of what has been going on here in the House of Janarsk?
I've got quite a few meals to plan for, yes.
What on earth is up with this guy?
So with that role that you had, he reminds you of the guy that was out front, how he was addled versus being, completely indoctrinated like the other guards.
Okay. Well, I'm here to inform you that Siricists had their way with this building prior to our arrival.
Oh. How could that be? It was the Zent boys, that's who are here. I think you're mistaken, lad.
I'm going to, even though I know I don't have the power of last night, but I will put my hand on him and say, you were tricked, but everything has been corrected. From the power of Bane, the Siricists have been smited.
So roll, just do a religion roll. So, oh, you still got guidance. Okay, so your words seem to penetrate through the addled visage of the chef, and he kind of shakes his head after you say the word Bane, and he looks around and he looks at you and he says, "Oi, what you doing back here? You need more?"
Yes, we could use some squid tentacles. Braised.
All right, coming right up.
And a glass of milk if you have it.
Aye, squid milk it is.
Squid milk, interesting. When we look out here at the table, the food that's here, is it like rotten or anything weird?
Oh, on this side, it's fresh.
Okay.
Right here, it's fresh. On the rest of the table, it looks to be either rotten or it looks to be just rocks and sticks.
I don't know if you want to take the chance here or not.
I could eat anything right now.
All right, pull up a chair while Magrom looks things over.
Okay, Magrom.
I unpeel my eye.
Unpeel her, yeah.
Like an onion. Looking at this room, it just looks to be barely lived in, barely occupied. There's really no markings that anyone was here. There's no personal effects or anything like that. Same thing here. This room was barely touched.
Alright, I will sweep the bodies.
How many bodies?
7, 8. 8 corpses.
It's too bad that Tantine smote that one demon to fucking powder.
What, the one that
Oh, don't you tease us now.
the one that made a hole?
Fat man one. No, the fat man one.
Oh, he did that to himself by trying to slay me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I was searching the dust he left.
Oh, I actually thought. See, I thought that he had kind of teleported away. I didn't know he died.
Yeah, he got
Nice.
Is there any trace of a fight here?
Not that you can see.
Alright, 8 corpses.
8 corpses.
You want me to roll for this?
Yes, roll 8 d20s to see how much gold you find. Give it a shake.
With
yes.
guidance.
98 gold pieces.
Dang.
Nice.
Now roll a d100, a 10, and a d4.
Ooh, 90. Nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, and you find 4 weapons. 2 daggers, 1 long sword, and a mace.
One hand mace?
Yeah.
Alright.
Or a versatile.
Now roll 4 d20s.
Woo.
Ew.
3 of them seem to be common make. The 2 daggers and the mace are common. The longsword seems to be of well craftsmanship, really well made.
High qual.
Some would say masterwork.
I'm gonna pocket the daggers as well as finding my original.
Okay.
On the corpse of the one dude. I will take the longsword and leave the mace.
I just thought about how I completely ignored the sending stone that I've been hanging on to.
You could just be like, "Oh, hey." By the way.
Maybe I'll activate it and send it away with one of Toast's crabs.
All right, Max. Let's go.
Yeah, we're at the bridge.
Oh.
You can begin your crossing.
Dang, he's gonna get mugged. Servius all over again.
Okay, stop.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, make a perception. Okay, go ahead.
I'm glitching a little bit, so if I jump too far, just...
Turn your VSync off.
Where's that?
Under settings.
Settings.
VSync.
It's near the top.
Yeah, that seems a little smoother. I just
VSync.
nod to the guards as I walk by.
Dang, she's still there.
Oi, mustache, you looking for a good time?
Hey, haven't you been out here all day?
Oh, yes, I have, sir.
You should probably get home and get some sleep.
Make a perception check. Oi, I think you should come home and get some sleep, too.
I'm headed to my place now. Not with you.
Oh. All right, have a good night.
Yeah.
You can remove 9 gold pieces from your inventory.
I'm gonna put a big baller sign on my house.
A baller?
Yeah.
Are you gonna take that chest?
I was thinking about it. Load up the
Is
loot in it.
Is it a rotational guard, or is it like the same 2 guards they rotate posts over here for the?
I mean, they rotate once a week, but for you, it's been the same for this playthrough.
Okay. I'm just wondering how well I know him compared to the other guards.
They make it so that you don't know them.
Okay.
They don't want to know you.
He knows that wench, though.
The strong gripped wench.
Is there any, like...
Oh, that tree's floating.
Is there anything of note in these markets?
I don't know. You've never asked.
Let's go to the market.
I did investigate the one market, but there was nothing.
Yeah, you stole from that girl in it and scared her away.
Yeah.
It's a good thing Remy's not in this one, because he for sure would have tried to get with Max's mom.
Yeah.
I walk in.
I appreciate
You know-
you using the Bertha voice with him, by the way.
I walk in and it's
Who?
The prostitute.
Oh.
It's the late night crew, and I'm beat, so I just kind of keep walking.
Yeah, they pay you no mind. There's a few patrons still sitting around having a couple drinks. The bard is asleep in the corner.
It was midnight when I left. What's that? A 30-minute walk?
It's about 1:30.
Okay.
2 o'clock now. Yes.
Jeez. Is Mom's door actually open?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So I go and look in the room.
You see her furiously packing what looks to be a bag.
Oh, sniper.
Mom?
Oh! She turns around and she pulls out a dagger and she says, "You stay away from me!"
It's all right. It's me, Max.
I know it's you, although I don't recognize you anymore.
No, it's Max. It's not whoever was here yesterday. It's me again.
Make a persuasion at disadvantage.
Persuasion +2 to the lowest.
He's gonna strangle her and put her in that chest.
14.
So she lowers her dagger and she looks at you. She says, "Tell me what the fuck is going on, Max."
They got in my head. They got in my head big time, Mom.
Who's they?
The Searists.
What do you mean?
They messed
How
with
did
my
they get in
brain.
your head? Tell me
I
everything
think
that happened.
it was that
Stop
pamphlet.
interrupting me. Okay, go ahead.
I think... Sorry about that, Mom.
We're in cutscene mode.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Well,
You Jew.
oh, there we go. Okay. All right, let me back up here.
I would be scared of that too.
I think it was that meeting that you sent me to, that pamphlet they gave me.
That I gave you.
No.
I vaguely
Yeah.
remember it, yes. Yesterday
Right,
morning.
Is that right? It was 2 days ago.
2 days ago morning.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure something. Yeah, right. So I went to that meeting and they got in my head. The lot of them there. They're trying to turn this whole town to worship that god.
And are they slain? You and your compatriots have dealt with them? Are they all corrupted as well? What's going on?
No, one of the Baneites actually led us into the house where you were, and we slayed them all. I've never. It was almost miraculous how we went in there and they were just falling dead like flies.
I see. It was horrible for me, Max.
Yeah, I don't know how much you remember of that, but they, I shot you, Mom. Your leg's bleeding. I mean, are you all right?
I'm fine. You don't own a tavern in Phlan without having a little bit of first aid experience.
I'm just glad you made it back to the inn. I had to come and check on you immediately and just really, I'm sorry, Mom. I've never been used like that before.
I understand. She gets up close to you and puts her hand on your shoulder, and she says, "This has really opened my eyes to what Phlan is and what it's become. I think it's time I retire, Max, and give you the inn."
But Mom, what do you mean? What are you gonna do?
I'm going back to Orkney.
What's there for you?
That's where I grew
I mean,
up.
I know, Mom, but
Maybe I'll start
what-
it in there. I don't know.
you built so much here for us.
And I could have lost so much yesterday. And I'll never stop thinking of that every time I walk through these walls or walk down these streets.
But Mom, I don't want to lose you.
You won't lose me, Max, but I think it's time you walked your own path now, without Mummy guiding you.
I've got a lot of paths I gotta choose to walk at this point. I don't want anyone to have to go through what I've experienced the past 2 days, or what you've experienced, ever again. I think I owe it to this city to stop whatever they're trying to do.
I believe that is a calling after what you've been through. I would not ignore that.
I don't know how I'm gonna get that done. If it starts here at the inn and protecting what you built, then so be it. But I have to promise myself that I can do better for Phlan. I can make this place great
Again.
again. I can make Phlan great again.
You have ambition, that's for sure. I have no doubt that the inn will do fine under your leadership. But it is time I leave. But there's something that I must give you before I leave. Something that I've been hesitant to give you before now, but after last night, I believe it is time.
What do you mean?
So she goes back to the chest and puts a few last items into her backpack and pulls out a book. And she hands it to you, and she says, "This is from your father."
My father? You've never mentioned him before. I didn't think that we even knew anything about him.
We met when I was in Orkney. He was. Let's just say his ancestry was born in that area, and not of a strictly human nature. He was a half-breed.
A
And he
half-breed
left
of
me
what?
this book, something that I could never read. So I'm hoping you can make some sense of it, or take it to some magician or wizard who could identify it for you and tell you what's inside. And she hands you over what looks to be a leather-bound journal. It is very old.
All right, I take it from her. And I kind of look over. I don't open it, but I kind of look over it, right, like at the front and the back, just kind of seeing what it is. what kind of inscriptions are on it?
So, looking at the tome, you see what looks to be almost like dwarvish. You've seen dwarvish runes before, or dwarvish writing before. This is something like that, but it is different font and different writing altogether. But you are able to decipher it when you look at it, and it's basically a journal written by who Marissa claims is your father.
Okay. So before I even open the book, I move forward and give my mom a hug.
And she embraces you, and she doesn't say another word really after the embrace, and she walks out of the room with her bag on her shoulders.
All right. I will.
It's like, yeah, what I say, 2 a.m.
Is that what time it is right now?
Yeah.
I simply just I walk over to the railing and kind of watch as I stand there solemn and watch as she exits.
And as she's walking out the inn, you remember the small and frequent infrequent, very rare conversations you would have about your father. And you remember your mother explaining to you that, describing him, he was a very large man, far larger than normal people, normal humans. And his skin tone was, it almost looked bluish. It was a light blue skin tone. It wasn't pale. It had like a light blue hue to it. And you just remember him being not a very nice person. And that is why he wasn't in your life a lot, and that is why your mother left Orkney with you as a child to come to Phlan.
Right. Okay. Being exhausted and 2 o'clock in the morning, I, for the night, just shut mother's door, and I'll go into my room.
Which is now your mother's room, really.
Well, it is, but not tonight. I'm not doing that tonight. Yep. I'm just gonna go into what I know for the night. And I set the book down on the end table, and I just sit in my bed and put my head down in my hands and kind of contemplate in silence until I decide to lay my head down.
Okay. So you contemplate for a while. It's a good hour before you can find rest after the insane day that you've had. I mean, it's a lot of crazy situations, and then the final straw being your mother leaving you with this journal that's been in her possession for so long. Questions go through your mind as to why now? Why would she give this to you now, upon her leaving? And you finally eventually drift off to sleep. But in your sleep, it's not a very restful sleep, because those runes and inscriptions on that journal just can't seem to get out of your head. And you have dreams of a large figure coming out of what looks to be like a blizzard outside, and he's just walking towards you, and all you see are these runes around his silhouette in the snow, and they seem to get brighter and brighter and brighter until finally morning comes, and you are startled awake, and you notice you can see your breath when you wake up, when it is a stark 72 or 75 degrees in your room. And that is where we'll pick up with you on the next day. Toast is going to exit the House of Janarsk and meditate by the waters outside of House of Janarsk until morning. Magrom, what are you doing?
I'm not sure if there's anything left to search here. We did the upstairs. What about that basement? Is that an actual basement?
It is, but you don't ever remember anyone talking about it or referencing it in the conversations here.
I see. I'm gonna talk to Tantine, I guess, these two. Well, the doublet in the morning, then.
Yes, I think we should retire for the night and meet you to the doublet in the morning after sunrise.
I just nod. See you then.
Are you taking that chest?
Can I investigate if there's any magical properties about said chest?
Which chest?
The fancy one that had the trap.
Yeah, you can.
That was holding the axe.
Are you going back up there?
I'm just gonna do it here. I'm not gonna walk up there.
But are you in the room investigating it again?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need you to go back to the room then.
The end of Magrom.
So as you make an investigation check as you get to the doorway.
Nice.
You can see that the cloth on the mirror is gone, and the mirror is again there in the corner by itself.
Scary, scary.
I'm gonna... We missed something in there. Wait. Tantine. Something's up with that mirror.
What happened to it?
It's uncovered. I didn't see the cloak on the ground, right?
It is at the ground.
Okay. Yeah, it came undone. Got a tingly feeling on me. Me barnacles. I'm going to go and creep up on it.
Okay.
Do I see anything else odd about the room?
No, the room looks to be the same, except for the mirror.
I'm gonna look behind it.
So, hang on a second. So I
Well,
need you to
obviously
make a
I'd be
charisma
standing on the...
save.
I'm not gonna be standing on the chest. Okay, what do you want me to do? Sorry.
Charisma saving throw.
Alright. And of course it's not going. There we go.
So as you get to this position here, oops. You can't help but look into the mirror before you get to the side of it, and you see yourself, and you see yourself holding what looks to be gems, massive gems, diamonds, emeralds, rubies, and you take a double take and you look at it, and Tantine, you see him start to walk towards the mirror, but Magrom kind of stops and looks at his arms. They are out in front of him, but they are completely empty. So then he does a double take again and backs away from the mirror, but not before you feel something start to pull you towards the mirror, Magrom. But you're able to step back out of its reach.
There's something about that thing.
It's the mirror.
It's the
It's
Harry
the-
Potter.
Yeah, it's the evil mirror of Erised.
What the fuck is that?
The Harry Potter mirror.
Oh,
You want to destroy it? Or is there something of use?
I do not know.
Should we take
I
it
don't-
to your creepy head of the clerics?
I don't know if it would be safe to do so. But I also don't know what would happen if we destroyed it.
I put my arm out in front of her.
okay.
And I'm like, don't get too close.
There's something about this you believe?
Yes, it was making me appear as if I had gems in my hand and I wanted it.
In the words of Zorbert, interesting.
What would you do? Do you want to just leave it here?
I don't know.
We could wrap it up and I'll use my rope.
We could wrap it. Wrap it in curtains. We're gonna have to make.
How'd you do it before without getting snagged? Maybe don't look at it.
He did it during his resistance to the snag. So after he resisted the snag, he did the curtain cut and threw it over it.
Okay. Should we not look at it at all and then recover it up?
We can try to throw a curtain on it without looking at it and see if we're successful.
Got an
Let me
idea.
try something first, Tantine. So you see Gertie take a piece of cloth out of her satchel and tie it around her eyes, and she starts to walk forward.
I get ready to grab her.
Do you see anything? She turns back to you.
It does not appear to be affecting you.
I do not feel anything myself.
Okay.
And then she steps back and takes the blindfold off. I believe it is something to do with the reflection. Perhaps if we don't look at it, we can maneuver it.
Alright.
I'm gonna come on over this way.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my eyes closed. Don't look at it. I'm going to blind walk towards it.
Okay.
And feel for it very slowly.
Don't touch the glass.
I'm going to start turning it towards the wall.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Oops, wrong one. Mm.
You can't seem to push it or move it.
Boy, this thing's heavy.
Can you throw a drape over it?
Yeah, I do that while I creep back over.
Okay,
I
so make
feel
an
on
attack on the curtains.
Well, I was gonna pick up the one on the floor and at my feet.
Okay. You do so, and you're able to toss it over the mirror.
I have a length of normal rope that I'm gonna tie around it.
Okay.
Does it appear to me that he's covered the mirror?
Yes.
Okay. You should be able to open your eyes now. Let's tie it up.
And I put a nice little bow on it.
Okay. It is bound.
I will try to lift the mirror.
Make a strength check.
Would it be an athletics check?
No strength.
That's the same modifier.
Not for me.
Oh. You're
I am
weakest
the
man.
weakest.
So it
Oh.
is very heavy. Oh, let me try. Yeah. So Gertie pushes you brawny men aside and positions her legs on either side of it and lifts with her legs, with her arms bear hugging the mirror, and she is able to lift it, but it is heavy. All right. Maybe you could assist me.
Alright. I will hold one end of it.
So after you pick it up and feel a part of the weight, you can tell that this mirror is about 200 pounds.
Jeez.
100 each. While they're doing that, I'm gonna look at the chest.
Okay.
Ooh.
It looks to be just a gilded chest. Fancy. There's definitely an advanced lock on it versus the lock that you had on the other chest. Other than that, you put your little dwarven sausage fingers in around and feel for any hidden compartments, but you can't find anything.
How heavy is it?
So we must be pretending that it's large enough to hold that axe without magical property.
Yeah.
Alright, I just kick it and walk away.
Alright, so Gertie and I are gonna carry this. Where should we take it? Oops.
There was nothing else in this room. You just mentioned chests, right?
Yep.
Okay. You should probably take it to your zealot, buddy. Or like,
I hate him.
yeah, she doesn't want to see him.
Yeah.
We need somebody to like magically. I forgot you can make those props.
Hello, Horseberg. Toast is currently contemplating looking at the ocean after the long and crazy night.
So you're saying everybody's looting while you threw Toast down at the ocean?
No, you were in there for the looting.
Alright. Hey, if you need somebody to carry something, my guy can carry like
We do need it.
400 pounds or something by himself.
You do need to just take your crabs in there.
Yeah, and clean up.
Clean it up.
Oh, what about Mr. Zenerum here?
Oh. Should we awake him?
I slap
He is
him.
still unconscious.
He slapped him.
Make a strength check.
Slappy check.
Make a slap check.
There, 3-button push.
So he kind of jostles his head, and he looks up at you, still on the ground, and he says, "What happened here? Why am I outside? What is this?"
I point in there.
He gets to his feet grudgingly and shakes his head, and then he looks inside and sees the dead bodies, and you see his eyebrows raise, and he turns to you and puts his sword to you in a defensive posture.
I just put my hands on my hips.
I figured he wouldn't understand.
And I look at him.
What happened here, dwarf?
You were under the spell. Why am I doing proxies?
Yeah.
You were under the spell of the Sirius cult.
What?
Don't worry. We slayed all of them.
But you've slain some of my Zentish agents as well.
Yeah, and you're lucky you're not with them.
They were corrupted as well, you're saying?
Oh yeah. We had the power of Bane on our side, and they got smited real good.
Make a persuasion.
Smoted.
Okay, I gotta step in because I'm coming in late. Am I calling in crabs right now?
That's up to you.
Yes, I want to call in crabs to do cleanup while I want to be able to walk past him while
Excuse me.
to eat his buddies in front of him.
I believe you complete.
Well, that's good. Now, there were some Zentish contracts that actually made some sense before all this. We should discuss those at a later time.
Yes, I am interested, as you can tell. The whole point of us coming to Phlan was to establish trade, but...
Well, you should probably speak to your higher-up superiors to tell them that you have been infiltrated.
No, I'm not going back to Zental Keep.
Is that where he came from?
He's telling you that right now, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Things were strange before we left, and this is just too much. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do.
I can tell you with all certainty you should not go back there.
Oh, where do you suppose I should go then, Master Dwarf?
Well, you can take...
The only known contact I have is in Melvaunt. That's where we were headed next. I suppose I could make the journey there, but I've got nothing. I've got no supplies. I barely have enough coin. I'm at a loss.
Indeed. You could take up with the black ones here. Try to get their support. In exchange for...
Suppose I could do that.
Information on Zental Keep, particularly.
That is a better start than any I can think of.
Let them know how you came to be here. Anything strange. What other orders you were given.
Yes.
That sort of stuff. I'm sure they'll help you out.
Well, I thank you for saving my life. And he reaches into his pouch and he produces a scroll and hands it to you.
I hesitate.
Turn back.
Not for nothing, mate, but this was the last time you did this is how it kind of started.
I remember you giving me a scroll first.
Yeah, it had your symbol on it. What is that?
It's a document showing that you are a friend of the Zental Network.
Can you open it and look at it for me?
So he unscrolls it and looks at it, and then he turns it to you, and you see a bunch of writing. You can't discern it. It's small. But you see the black dragon descending on a yellow sun.
I'm gonna insight this.
Okay.
Oh.
You
see it rolling slow back.
He seems to be completely sincere.
I'll just give me it.
Okay, so you take it, and upon inspection, it shows that whomsoever possesses this scroll is allotted a 10% discount on all Zhentil goods or fenced items, and is in good standing with Zhentil or with the Zenorim.
I'd toss him 5 gold and tell him, go over to the Velvet Doublet. I think you've earned it.
He nods and sheathes his sword on the back strap that he has, and he says again, "Thank you." And you, Black One, if you could put in a good word with your black fists.
That
Come
kills
on.
me.
What?
The whole fist thing.
Come morning, if you go to the town hall, I'm sure they will be pleased to start a trade network between here and Melvant if you have contacts there. As you know, the Zents are welcome in Bane's eyes.
I see. Well, you can let them know that I am interested in working with them. You can tell them that Carl Midglamorgan is my name, and he walks towards the Velvet Doublet.
What do you say, Carl Winslow? Midglam Morgan. Sounds like someone I know. Servius.
Alright, I'm gonna make my way back to the guild.
So are you guys done looting in that building?
Yeah. I don't know what we're doing with it.
Oh, you should drop it off at the tax house place. Honestly.
So Toast is at the edge. He reaches up his hands, and he's like, "My friends, it's time to feast."
Where am I going? I'm lost. Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so make an Arcana check first, Toast. Okay, now make an animal handling. Okay, so now roll a D100.
How do I do that?
It's this 001. Okay, so you see the waves start to ripple, and about 50 or so crabs come out of the ocean, heeding your call.
All right, he's basically, once I come out, he's like, "Follow me to feast," and he would bring him up through the.
He's got many crabs this time.
Ooh.
I was wishing the Zent was there.
So I bring him in, and he's basically talking to the crabs. He's like, "Have at it. There's a buffet over there, or all the bodies over here."
Oh god, this could be bad.
Yeah.
So you see the crabs get to work on the first body that they see, and with it being about 50 crabs, it's gonna take them a while to clear up this house.
All right, then he goes, "Take as long as you need." He just
Those crabs are gone for.
is the cook still in there?
Yep.
Good.
Crab bisque later.
Did Toast see the cook in there earlier? Or no. Did he talk to him?
I don't know. It was
I mean-
just Tantine and Gertie, but you may have been part of that. I would say you know the cook is in there. It would have been in a discussion you've heard.
Because I didn't see the cook the first. Well,
That's true.
like I wouldn't know who he is really. Like I never really interacted with him. So I'm gonna play it off like Toast doesn't know. He just grabs in there, and he's all happy of himself, and he's just like, and he goes and kind of hangs out in town, I guess, because nobody told him where they're going.
I mean, you typically spend your nights either in nature, in the woods, in the fields, or by the coast. If you're not at the inn, which was a rare occurrence for you.
All right, then I'll just go back to where I was at. All right, that's all I want to do.
Can I walk straight to the guild?
Where are you? Are you
The
still
bridge.
on the eastern? You're at the bridge, no. So let's finish up with Tantine and Gertie here.
Is there any?
town hall? You see the clerk still at work.
Is there any like closet storage area that I would know about in this building?
You do know there is a conference room to the southern side of the building that is only used during meetings with the Black Fists and the town folk.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell the clerks that this relic needs to be placed in the conference room. However, no one should touch it until I come back and speak with my superior.
Excellent. It shall be done. Sir, I could carry that for you. So this blackguard, obviously trying to make an impression with you, goes up to the mirror and grips both sides, and you see him, use his legs to start to lift it, but his hand slips and hits the rope on the mirror, and it looks like the mirror is jostled for a second, but he can't lift it. It's too heavy for him.
Okay.
Get your hands.
I think we might have to help you with it. It's extremely heavy.
Of course. So with the help of the guard, you guys can easily move it into the conference room with 3 of you.
Good, because I just weak limited it.
Yeah, I gotta get my rope out of my inventory. Yeah. It's my normal
is
rope.
it okay? Normal rope. I'll just put it in this.
So this guard looks at you as you enter, and he salutes you from across the way.
I nod to him since I'm moving heavy objects. I'm gonna place it facing the wall.
Okay.
And I will also, since I know he was helping us and fumbled it, just make sure that the rope is tight on it.
Okay. You double check the rope, make sure it's secure.
Okay.
Which is easy enough.
Make sure no one looks into that mirror. It needs to be investigated in the morning, and I'll be back.
It shall be done, sir.
You're gonna have them guard it too.
Yeah. All right. Oop. All right. I guess I can be kind enough to. Brady, do you think you'll be fine getting to the powers inn, or do you need an escort?
We are meeting at the Velvet Doublet.
Yes, but we'll probably want to rest a little bit before the sun rises.
I can rest there.
Velvet Doublet.
He has the room, right?
Which one's this one?
This is the Velvet Doublet.
Yeah. She has a room technically at the sunrise. But she wants to rest here.
And she wanted to give Max space with his issue.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Bye, Max. So she, I assume, gets a room?
Yes. She's able to procure a room. You basically give the bartender the document showing that you are a member of the Black Fist, and he calls over Mistress Gilna, and she identifies the document and just points to you upstairs, and you are able to pick one of the rooms up here. The one on the far end of the hall is unoccupied and vacant.
Haven't heard this music in a while.
We will take a long rest.
Okay. So now we will go to Magrom.
Toast is sleeping on the coast too. He's
Okay.
just went back.
Toast on the coast.
Who's on the coast? I'm gonna
Space
across.
coast to coast.
Make a...
Oh, no.
No, hang on. Okay, yes, you can start to cross. Hang on, slow the fuck down.
Just tell me to stop someplace on the bridge.
Yeah,
You gotta-
but not if you're zipping.
Yeah, I don't
gotta
do the
hop.
slow walk like they do.
Got to.
He told you have to.
First episode, he said you have
Day
to go all
one.
the way back and start again. Got him.
That's why I asked for cues.
I'm doing 800 things at once here. I'm setting the mood, okay?
Yeah, put on Speedy Gun.
All right, I will just not
Magrom.
move then.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to the other end, unless you say otherwise.
Okay, stop. Make a perception check.
Right. What is this funny music?
Jeepers,
We suck.
creepers.
Ah, fuck you. Okay, get to the end.
I don't perceive anything. I like the music.
No, it's the opposite. You didn't get caught.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, I have to go up and over here.
Yes.
I'm gonna take the right way. What was this building? Do I recall what this building is?
This one?
Big
You do
one?
not recall.
Can I roll a history on it?
You can. You remember this is one of the more popular inns in Phlan that was ravished when the Green Dragon attacked Phlan, and it has not been rebuilt, and no one has come forward with a deed claiming ownership.
I'll tell Max about this place.
How's Max gonna go on adventures if he has to take care of the inn?
Go check on my wizard scryer buddy.
Okay.
Tug my ear. Gents.
Yep, we do the same.
Or lads. And I nod to everyone upstairs. Oi, scryer.
He's not there. It's nighttime.
No, no. I wanted to do this before. We might be leaving tomorrow. Well, poop. To my home, then. Crap. Was this?
Yeah.
This was it, right?
This is your home.
Alright, I'm gonna kind of do a once-over like if I was looking for a bomb in my car.
Okay. Make an investigation. It looks exactly as you left it.
Because you made it a point to say what you said. I liked it, and I'm gonna perceive in my house like a paranoid person.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be clearing my house like with a 9mm. Because I liked that idea.
Fuck. Hang on a second. Okay. So you do not notice anything out of the ordinary in your house.
With the events that transpired in the day, I'm gonna feel more comfortable being in the guild and passing out on a couch.
Okay.
I tug again and walk in.
Okay.
You lock your door.
Did you shut your window?
I'm trying to shut it, but he's like busy, I think. Okay. Why does it still have it on my head? Yes, and I do lock my doors accordingly.
Okay.
Got him. Couldn't have said anything.
I just was getting
Yes.
like, I know he's busy, so I'm not bugging him with stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, busy.
Yes,
trying
I
to
will.
busy trying to rob you. Yeah.
These guys are still here.
Just the cook is. And he's just kind of snoozing in a chair by the fire.
I'm gonna sit next to him and do the same.
Okay. So you look into the fire and you're just taking in the day and thinking about all of the events that transpired, all of the giant consequences that you partook in, and as you focus on the fire and the warmth, you kind of sleep, and your dreams are plagued with religious fanaticism. You've got Mask on one side, whom you believe has had an inspiration and an influence in your life throughout your upbringing and through your current career. But seeing the raw power of Bane before you makes you wonder if you are on the right path and if your current choice in religion is the correct one. So I believe everyone's asleep, so we will fast forward to the morning. How late do you guys want to sleep in? I will ask you that. It is your choice.
Max would. Am I muted?
No.
No.
Okay, Max would get up as he starts to hear the morning crew bang around and prepare. So probably 4 hours of sleep, give or take.
Yeah, 6, 7 a.m. is when they kind of start everything.
Yep.
So you have 1 point of exhaustion.
Me?
No, me.
Oh.
Maximus.
So for the sake of do I have exhaustion, but did I still heal? Is it a short rest? I don't know what.
It's a long rest.
Okay. But just the lack of everything going on. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I was restarting. Where do you put exhaustion, guys?
Conditions.
Yeah.
It
What is it?
basically just gives you a -1 penalty to all D20 rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's somewhere.
Conditions, add active conditions. On the right side under your health points, the bottom is exhaustion, so you'd put a 1.
Okay. And it automatically applies.
I assume so.
I don't know. It didn't subtract from my sheet automatically. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, you'll have to just do it manually until the next long rest.
It's 2, Tazak.
2.
D20 test effect. When you make a D20 test, the roll is reduced 2 times your exhaustion level.
No, it should only be -1 penalty because there's 5 levels of exhaustion, so it could be up to a maximum of 5.
House rules. You win.
Okay.
Is speed reduced?
I would say no, not the speed.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
on 1 point of exhaustion.
Cool. All right. What everybody else sleep?
All right. So you kind of get up and go downstairs and get something to eat. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Do you want me to RP, or are you doing everyone's sleep schedule first?
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, so Tantine and Gertie, how does your sleep go? How late do you sleep in?
Us?
Yeah.
Probably like 8 a.m.
Okay. You get sufficient sleep.
Yes. Sufficient. Oh, got too many things that I have to do today.
When you do wake up, you notice Gertie is not there.
Yay.
You smell her pillows.
I was gonna say it, but
What a dirty
I
ballad.
didn't actually watch that scene, dang it.
You can't do that, or else you're an oath breaker. Knock it off.
What do you mean?
He's a celibate knight.
Smells so
Yeah, you
good.
can't do that kind of stuff. Knock it off.
Why not? There's nothing in my code of laws that says I can't smell pillows.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to read them.
Why is he forming the bed and the pillow and the into
Yeah,
the
what do you-
shape of the tiefling?
All right, I'm gonna make my way to the things I have to do.
Okay. You see Gertie at the bar, having some food and some drink. She looks well rested, and she, between mouth chews, she raises a hand to you, but goes back to her meal.
I nod to her. I'm gonna leave this in. Alright, let's go talk to...
Oops.
Oops. Oh, they're there.
We are all citizens now.
Hello. They salute you.
Salute.
This guard opens the door for you.
Ah,
Ah, Tantine.
well, I have things to report. Bane,
Is it pen and paper worthy?
quite a few things have happened all at once yesterday.
Alright. He goes to his desk and sits down and dips the inkwell in before he hovers it over a blank piece of parchment.
I know that the High Zealot wanted me to be a little bit more. Oh,
Whoops!
whoa. To use more subterfuge than I did. However, after meditating to Bane, he commanded me to smite the Cyricists in town. I gathered some companions that were affected.
Whoops.
Bane cleared their mind and allowed them to go with me, and we cleared House Janarsk of any of the Cyricists that remained.
So he jots that down, but as midway through your sentence, he stops and looks up at you incredulously, and he says, "You mean to tell me Bane himself intervened into this minor setback for him?"
Yes, he did intervene, but I believe that this is a lot bigger than that. It's bigger than we can even start to imagine. I did notice that prior to raising the building, there was a map, a Cyricist tactician's map, and I fear that Zentil Keep is overrun by Cyric and his members.
So as you're explaining this to him, the treasurer recalls why he selected you for this position, and he remembers you as being a stoic and very non-comical person. You know, not prone to high tales, and usually very trustworthy and lawful in what you do in your service to Bane. And he just seems to now believe in what you're saying, and continues to write the notes a little more fervently now. Yes, continue.
Well, I believe that maybe a meeting should be held with Jhessail at this point, due to how far I believe this has spread. We will want to come up with a plan and act on it accordingly.
So everyone in House Janarsk is dead then, you're saying?
The only two members of... Well, one is a Zentish agent, and the cook are the only two people that survived. The Zentish agent's name is Carl Midgala-Morgan.
What was that last name? He stopped writing as he started to spell it.
Midgala-Morgan.
Ah, yes, okay. And he finishes writing the name. Of course, I believe you, Tantine, but we will need to send an investigative team to inspect the bodies and see for ourselves, of course.
That is quite alright with me. We did remove one potentially dangerous relic from the building. I have it in the conference room under guard right now.
This
It
is believed to be magical in nature?
Yes.
Alright. I'm assuming you put some guards in charge?
Yes, there are guards that are supposed to be watching over it and not allowing anyone to look at it until someone of high ranking obviously speaks to them and brings someone that can investigate the mirror. I believe it to be pretty powerful, but my arcane knowledge is not sufficient enough to find all of its secrets.
Alright, we will have the High Wizard take a look at it when he is back from his patrol. Tantine, this was quite a remarkable task you were able to accomplish. I do believe a promotion is in order. Once I go through the proper channels, of course.
Bane's will be done.
And I will summon Jhessail's secretary. I don't know what the proper name is.
Administrative assistant.
Seneschal.
Jhessail's seneschal to coordinate a meeting with myself and you, so you can report these findings on your own. I do not want to take credit, for it is you who has rid Phlan of this threat, and I believe it is you who should be rewarded appropriately.
Well, after all, you are my superior, so I believe you should be there and receive some of the credit as well. I did have assistance in doing this task. Other individuals who helped me clear out Cyric. I don't know if you would want them to come as well or not.
Do they follow Bane?
I do not believe that they are strict followers of Bane. I don't.
It is best Jhessail does not see them then.
That is fine. I have also become low on funds and did not know if I would be able to receive some funds.
Ah, yes, you are due your weekly wage. So he goes to this drawer over here and pulls out a pouch of coins and comes back to you. And he deposits it into your hand. It is 50 platinum pieces.
Holy crap.
There's, of course, a little extra in there for service above the typical duty that you have here on a weekly basis.
Thank you. Should I wait to hear from you as far as the meeting with Jhessail, then?
Yes, I will send a guard to summon you to Castle Viejo when I am prepared and when I have made the meeting possible.
Are there any other tasks in the meantime that need doing?
Let me see. And he goes back to his desk and he looks at the issues facing Phlan right now that challenge the Black Fist's hold on the town. There is the issue with the undead on the eastern gate. We are still missing the town armor smith. And then he shuffles the papers a little bit. And currently, Jhessail is making it a priority to root out the Thieves Guild in Phlan. So if you know of any welcomer activity, please bring it to my attention.
I am not aware of any welcomer activity, but I can look into it.
Power in his name.
For the Dark One. Welcomers.
Oh, and Tantine,
Alright.
before you leave, I need you to ensure that the necromancer is allowed to traverse the city as he wishes.
Okay.
It's a perfect time to ask why.
What is the purpose of the necromancer? I noticed that he just happens to kill townfolk as he walks through the city.
That is a bit above your pay grade, Grip.
As you say, I will not stop him.
And he goes back to his chair and starts going back about his business.
It's interesting.
I think it's hilarious.
It is kind of funny.
The old necromancer. Well, I guess I will go wait for my buddy. I don't really... Would I have,
Oh, Tantine, sir.
Where am I being beckoned?
One of the clerks before you exited.
Oh,
Letter came for you, sir. And she puts it on top of the counter there.
I take it and nod. Oh, does it have any seals? Names? I look at the letter.
It's got a seal on it. and it is a seal that you have divulged to Bartle, Clive, and Ren, your 3 squires, or whatever the hell you call them.
Yeah. Alright, I will open it and read it.
So you see that it is written in a pretty fast pace, with a charcoal, maybe like a rough piece of charcoal, and it is addressed to you, and it is stating that the 3 of them, I believe you sent all 3 of them to Melvot, was it?
Yeah. So they could keep
So-
each other safe.
Yes, so they are about halfway to Melvont at a small town that they didn't even know the name of. But they were able to send this letter to you to give you an update on their progress, and they are about halfway there.
Dang, that's a long time. Well, it's only been, what,
2 days.
2 days? Okay. Would I know of somewhere to... Well, I know he said that the wizard, he would have him come look at the mirror. Would I know of anyone else that could look...
Wait, hang on. I think I fucked that up.
Actually, you know what? I'll roll.
Oh yeah, it's 500 miles. So they're not even.
Dang, that's far ski.
Yeah, they're not even a 10th yet.
For as far as the paperwork goes, like I know I've looked at possibly going to look for this blacksmith. Does Jhessail have a reward for that? Like, is there a bounty reward?
Yeah, I mean, there's a reward for the clearing the undead in the Eastern Gate of 5,000 gold.
Okay.
Finding the blacksmith has a reward of 1,000 gold, and a discount at Alero's armory smithy.
I'm thinking because I know that other people's like I wouldn't be too concerned about that, but I know that some of my other companions might be. That might be a motivating factor for them.
Right.
Do I believe that Aleros would be able to identify this axe?
Through your dealings with Alero in the past, and them as the specific armor smith for the Black Fist armor, you do know that he's got a pretty good arcane sense in identifying items.
I think I will head that direction before going back to meet my companions. Do you want me to pause here or continue?
Yeah, we'll pause at the end of the right before you go into the armory.
Okay.
Toast, what are you doing?
Just waking up and with the sunrise naturally.
Just in the sand.
Yeah, it's where he normally sleeps. So, do I get rest or no?
How much sleep did you get?
I mean, I probably woke up
It's
when.
about 9 o'clock now.
Yeah,
If
within
you
the
just
past.
woke up. Okay, so you got plenty of sleep.
All right. So basically, I'm gonna go check on the crabs to see how they're doing, and let them back into the ocean.
Okay.
You know what happened to him.
Oh, hang on.
I was hoping we'd get to watch the detachment go in there and see what happened. But Toast is doing it himself.
Well, he's gotta let the crabs back out to go back in the ocean. They can meet up too. It's looking good. So he's looking around. He's like, "My friends, where are you? Friends?"
You hear a slight hissing noise in the kitchen.
He's looking around. Friends? Friends? Hello? Friends? He's getting louder.
You make a perception check. You hear nothing.
Alright, he's looking around. Does he see any bread?
No.
No bread or anything?
No, there is nothing.
Nothing left?
Nothing left.
Okay. He's just looking around. Oh, looks like they...
Whoops.
So I did not hear the hissing noise coming from the kitchen.
You did hear the hissing noise coming from the kitchen, but that's all you heard.
Okay. So I guess he's gonna go over there just because that's the only place he heard anything.
So as you open the kitchen doors and you walk in, you see a pile of just smashed and dead crabs, and then you see about 10 or 15 still in combat with the head chef, Giancarlo.
Stop, everybody, stop. Friends, what are you doing to my friends?
What do you mean? I was set upon by these crusty fucks.
They attacked you?
Yes, they fucking attacked me.
Friends, not the live ones, the dead ones.
Make a persuasion. Oh, shit! So they immediately turn their attention away from the chef and follow you.
So Toast, he's like, he feels bad. He feels bad for the dead crabs, but he understands if they attacked him that he defended himself. He's like,
Okay.
it was such a horrible misunderstanding. I did not know you were here.
Well,
They're here to
You came and got these fuckers out of here. Thank you.
they are my friends. I clean up the dead bodies in this city. They were only supposed to clean up the dead bodies. Oh,
So
poor
you
guys.
set them upon us.
The dead bodies, yes. Not the live ones. They know. They should know. Friends, next time. Just the dead ones.
So he just looks extremely confused again, and he kind of goes back to cleaning up the kitchen from the escapades last night and the day before.
Okay, and he basically says, friends, back to the ocean. You can't be out for too long. And
Okay, so they skitter out the door and go back
That's-
to the ocean.
that's all I do.
Okay. Magrom.
I awaken at the fire, wiping a little drool from my mouth.
Okay. So you wake up at around 9:30. So you've got a full rest, and you see the cook is chopping up some meat and some potatoes and just kind of getting a breakfast meal ready.
I go straight upstairs for now.
Okay.
I know where it's going.
Morning, mage.
So the mage was in the corner, and you kind of startle him, and you see him pull his hands up quickly. Yes,
What were you doing?
I was identifying this for you.
I hold out my hand.
And he drops it into your hand.
I look at it.
It looks like a normal silver ring, but it is extremely warm to the touch.
I just look at him in the eyes.
Yes, so that ring...
Are you doing a cutscene?
No, I'm trying to find the fucking card. There they are. That, my friend, is a ring of featherfall.
Pretty good.
Oh. Very nice.
Oh, come on.
Well, I could be Well, thank you, mage.
Oh, shit.
That was the only thing I gave him, right?
I think so.
I have kind of a rush order this time. Could be skipping town today.
All right. I only identified that ring, so I've got quite a few tricks up my sleeve if you need more identified, of course. Yes.
I give him the gray flask, longsword, and lantern.
Okay.
You take a look at these.
I will do my best. Let me see. So he, you see him kind of ascribe some arcane runes in the air, and his eyes glow like a slight pinkish color as he looks at this item in front of him, holding up the lantern first. Interesting. This appears to be a lantern of revealing. So with the lantern of revealing, while you hold this hooded lantern, it burns for 6 hours on 1 pint of oil, shedding bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. Invisible creatures and objects are visible as long as they are in the lantern's bright light. You can use an action to lower the hood, reducing light to dim light in a 5-foot radius.
Awesome.
I will add that to your inventory.
I already did.
You did, okay.
Yeah. As you were talking.
It's like Volo's eye.
Did you add the Ring of Feather Falling?
Yes.
He's giving you all this great stuff just to rip it away from you.
I think he's just gonna have me use. It's a lot of thiefy tools.
What else did you give him?
That flask and then the longsword.
Oh yes, okay. So he holds up the longsword, and the flask, and he says, I've got enough power to do one. You tell me.
The flask.
So he holds the flask up, and the same purple glow enters his eyes, and he holds it in front of you, and he says, This is an iron flask. It is currently empty, but this could be used to capture a creature.
Oh. Thank you, mage. And I pass him 50 gold.
He takes it and pockets it.
Alright. Well, if I don't see you, thanks for everything.
Thank you.
Oh god. Where's our provisions guy again? Is he downstairs?
The cook.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit down for my breakfast.
So did you add the iron flask? Do you know what it does?
Yeah, it's in my bag of hiding right now.
Okay. And can you mark it as empty? Or how does that work?
I can put the flavor text and say empty.
Okay.
That's gonna be fun.
So when you come back downstairs, you notice the the fence has also joined the breakfast table.
Let's see now. I'm gonna need some rope.
Some rope, yes. Mr. Master Fence, that would be your territory.
Oh, yes. How much rope you looking for, Master Dwarf?
I gotta give him 50. Well, do you have a magical rope of climbing?
A rope of climbing? What would a very accomplished thief like you need with a rope of climbing?
I think we both know the answer to that.
Of course. Yes, I've got one here. This was a very, very tricky piece to get, mind you, so I'll sell it to you for 3,500 gold.
I produce the longsword.
Okay.
And I say, got this magical sword.
What's it do?
Actually, don't know.
Oh, neither do I. I'll give you 10 gold for it.
You look like the gambling type. Could be something really amazing.
I've never gambled.
So I'll give you... I'll give you 1,000 gold and the sword for the rope.
Tell you what. You give me the sword and 3,490 gold pieces, and I'll give you the rope.
I just take a big bite out of my sausage and just say, silk rope's fine.
He produces a silk rope and hands it to you.
That'll be 10 gold.
And I hand it to him.
Thank you, sir.
And he bites one of the coins before he puts it into his coin purse.
Need to get my hands on one of those ropes.
I like this guy.
I do too. All right, I will make my way. I got a long rest once. And then I will make my way over to the others.
Okay.
God, just add the rope. Ugh, all right. Whoop. While I'm doing this, we can move over someone else.
What's Max been doing?
Yeah. Do I make it there unimpeded
No,
or?
go to the bridge.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let's pause me at the bridge then. Give Max. Why is my guy flopping all over?
V-Sync.
P-Sync.
Wiener sink.
All right. What's he doing?
Max. Hold on, let me get there. So he wakes up in the morning, his head's a little foggy from the dreams that he had all night. But he collects himself as he stands up. He puts the journal on the inside pocket of his jacket and takes the bag of gold from underneath his pillow and the 3 more bundles of bolts and puts them in his backpack.
Okay.
1 sec, I want to add that. That was 10 gold.
Yes.
Right. So journal, bolts, and gold. Yeah, okay. And then he'll leave his room. He shuts the door. Then he goes over to Mommy's room
Okay.
and opens that door. So he's gonna, assuming he woke up at 7 and everybody else is doing their thing, he takes a little bit of time to look over the documentation that she has on the desk. Just
So
kind of.
yeah, one of the pieces of paper looks to be the deed of the tavern, and it is signed over to you in its entirety, with her signature at the bottom. You see ledgers, wages, payroll documents, who's on staff. You also see make an investigation, actually. You do see one document tucked under a heavy book on the second shelf that's sticking, just the corner of it sticking out.
Okay, as I'm rummaging through, I'll pull that out and read it.
So this is a letter from the Castle Viejo treasurer. It is basically stating that any information that she gathers in this tavern from patrons needs to be reported to the Black Fists. Penalty of death if useful information is gathered and not shared.
Okay, I put it back underneath one of the books on the desk.
Okay.
I take some time just to look over, let's say I take 30 minutes and I just kind of review the numbers. Taking into account how things are going and the status of where she left it with me.
Okay. So you do, looking through the ledger, you see that the inn does make a fairly decent profit every month. At least it has this year. I mean, you can go back into the ledger and look at times when they were hard, and they match up to times that you remember being hard for the inn. But as of right now, it brings in around 1,500 gold a month. Wages is about 500 gold a month, but part of that wage is to you. That your monthly stipend, I believe, what did I say, was 250? Did I say monthly? I can't remember. I gotta write that shit down. But supplies and everything are about 250 gold to keep it running, because you've got it pretty well stocked up. You're just refreshing the commonly used supplies.
So 250 monthly. Like, does that include food and
refilling up barrels of beer?
Yeah.
So about 750 currently. is strictly for profit.
How many employees does it say?
It says there are 7 working employees right now. The 3 bartenders in the front, 3 cooks in the back, and 1 bard.
One bard. Okay, and then the wenches? They work on tips, or?
Yeah, I mean, they work on tips. They don't really get a salary.
Okay. And out of the 3 cooks, they alternate day and night?
Not really. They're pretty well
Hands-on.
in the
Okay.
tavern. Yeah, I mean, from when you open to when you close.
Was it Steve that's been here the longest? Who's our longest barkeeper?
The longest standing barkeeper is this fellow in the middle here.
Sorry, I got notes up. I'm not actually.
Goes by Olfin. Round belly.
How do you spell it?
Olphan.
Olfin Roundbelly?
Yep.
Olfin, okay.
Why are there modern fucking lights in here?
There were in that other in Janarsk hall.
Maybe they do a nice bright light or something.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna see, kind of just look around the room. I'll check in this chest and see what she left behind. I don't know if you want me to roll a general look in every single thing, or
You can just do a general investigation.
16.
Yep. So this, this chest to be locked, but you find the key on the desk when when you were looking over the documents. So you opening the chest, you find hundreds of letters.
I'm gonna go ahead and read. I'm gonna read 3 of them.
So they seem to be letters to Mummy from various suitors who are madly in love with her and have spent some time with her and thank her for what she does for them.
Oh gosh! All right, what about that sword? Is that just decor?
It's just a decor sword.
Okay. All right, I'll look through the bookshelf and the side table. Anything of a note?
The backpack isn't there. That's what she took.
Okay.
She left. As you approach this drawer, you remember growing up that this was a very special drawer to Mummy, and you probably shouldn't look in it at this time.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay, I don't open that drawer because I remember Mommy always said don't look in that drawer. Yep.
It's your drawer now.
Open it.
All right, and then I'll look in the what looks like there's the wardrobe and then there's the
Yeah, these are both empty.
Okay. The one below it.
Yes, also empty.
And then the wardrobe.
Also empty.
Okay. All
But
right.
that mystery drawer.
Open that drawer.
So the big question is,
What's in the drawer?
did she leave? Like, where does our family store the gold?
At the treasury in the town.
At the treasury. Okay. I just wanted to make sure it was safe somewhere. Did she leave her key to her room on the desk?
Yes.
Okay, I picked that up. And then I will leave, shut the door, and lock it. Oops.
Okay.
All right, so all that aside, 30 minutes or whatever to do that. I head downstairs.
I gotta move some people around.
Hi, gents. Morning.
Good morning, Maximus. We saw Mummy leaving pretty late last night. What's she on about?
We're gonna have to have an all-staff meeting later today. I gotta go meet a couple people and discuss a few things about a dog and a horse. But later tonight, I'd like it if we could all get together and just talk about the state of the inn as it is.
All right, I will give the other members of the team a heads up.
I appreciate it. And can you grab me a coffee to go?
Ah, yes, of course. He goes back behind the counter and grabs a flask, pours some of the coffee that is ready in it, and hands it back to you.
Thank you, sir. And I'll throw a silver on the bar.
Timor be with you.
Oh, we forgot. On that list of employees, how many bouncers we pay?
We do not pay any bouncers at this time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What an unsafe establishment. Guess you gotta hire some bouncers.
There's usually not any trouble.
There was trouble the other night.
It's not like the Velvet Doublet.
There were people bringing dogs in here, looking for thieves.
Hey, I passed through the market, say hi to the locals.
Yeah, everyone is still kind of just setting up. It's still early, so you can go to the bridge if you want.
Okay.
Are we there at the same time?
Yeah, as you're approaching from the south, Magrom is approaching from the north, and you both meet at the apex of the path here, heading to the bridge.
And you
Hey,
kids.
I slap his butt.
And
Oh,
suddenly,
hey.
Maximus's uncircumcised penis comes out of his
Ah,
Well, that's a fine honey, dude.
they don't call me the hero of Phlan for no reason.
I can see the Phlan.
Hey, are we headed over to the doublet?
Let's do it. No mystery dice. Oh no!
That's why I move at this speed. Let him roll his dice as we walk.
Oh.
I'm nonchalantly walking by.
My God. That cracked me up. He did that on purpose too. What a Tazgar move.
I love it. I want you to know. I don't want to tell you what I was gonna do.
No, he'll kill you if you do. Don't do it.
It was to you, actually.
Oh,
Were you
I
gonna
would've-
trip? Were you gonna trip him and run?
Essentially,
nice.
because he kind of forgot something that's very important.
I forgot something important.
Yeah,
In the drawer.
yeah, you did forget that.
I want to know what I forgot now, Jay.
Where is the treasury? Is he still in the center?
the town building.
Oh, okay. Oh, with the clerks. Right.
Old town hall.
Should probably dump off some of that. Are the banks in Faerun interconnected networks that can
Absolutely not.
with sending stones? I plop down next to Gertie.
She is in the midst of drinking now, just kind of having finished her breakfast a while ago. She's just chatting to the barkeeper, and she nods to you and waves in thieves' cant and says, "Good morning, fellow."
Morning yourself, and I order a mimosa.
So the orc goes about his work, creating your drink, and brings it back to you.
Toss a silver on the bar.
Okay.
Hey, Mistress Gilna.
Ah, Maximus, what is the bright side of town doing on the dark side of town?
Oh, let's not be casting names. This is just as beautiful as the west side of town. How is business over here on the east?
Oh, it is going to be far better now that the sunshine of Phlan is in my darkened and filthy inn.
You're too kind. You're looking ravishing today, more beautiful than ever. I swear, every day you get more.
So she
And
kind of
more
twitches her
beautiful.
hair a bit, and she says, "Ah, yes. I believe the corpse pitcher has already been here, so I don't know what that smell is."
I don't mean to intrude. I'm just meeting some companions here.
And
Can you hear me?
companionship you will find.
Okay. It said I lost connection for a second. Everything good?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Repeat that.
And companionship you will find here, of course. That is what we offer at this downtrodden establishment.
Well, I always hope for the best for you and the Velvet Doublet.
She does a small curtsy to you. and
I,
returns back to conversing.
I
with
nod.
one of the
I nod
bouncers.
my head. Yep.
I just smile at Max and be like, "Doing all right there, sunshine?"
Yeah, we're fine. Yep. It's just business is business. So
What do you have?
always that slight tense conversation, but we've always been cordial to each other. Ah, Gertie, you made it.
I order a sunshine cocktail and point at Max.
So the the Brock heap.
Is that what it says?
Yeah. Smiles and gets a drink prepared and hands it to you, but not before he pulls out some flowers from under the bar table, specifically dandelions, and clips the top flowers off and splashes them in the drink.
I push it on the seat next to Gertie and say, "There you go, mate."
I laugh. Oh wow, you're a little bit of an asshole, aren't you? And I pick it up and drink it and don't even care.
Good morning, Maximus.
How are you
We
feeling
are
today?
waiting on Tantine and Tantine. Oh, Tantine and the tall one. What was his name? Panini?
Something to do with toast.
George
Yeah,
Foreman.
close. George Foreman. Space toast, coast to coast. How are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm feeling fine. Much better than yesterday.
Yeah, it was a
Getting
rough
better
day.
every day.
Glad to hear it.
Did we tell Toast to come
I don't think
We
so.
were all in the room. We were all in the room. Whether or not he shows up, but we said it in the room before I left, and he was in the room.
here? Okay.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, I logged on later, so I wasn't there.
Yeah, he was in the room.
You're also level 3.
So
Yeah, no, I know
well,
that. I just
so as we're all meeting here, I actually do have to.
Oh, what a fine-looking fellow you are.
There we go, masquerade
Well,
lady.
I was gonna say that I have to go to bed, but
I want to look
Well,
over a very good description of her.
So this woman of the inn, or woman of the night, as you would say, has a very soft complexion to her, and her dress seems to be of fairly well make, and her jewelry seems to be of well made material as well. She looks very well put together. Yeah, that's about it.
I grab Max by the shoulders and I'm like just smiling and beaming. And I say to him, My, this is like a match made in heaven, mate. A lady of the darkness and a boy of the sunshine. How much?
Gertie is just looking at you, and you just see a smile form on her face extremely slowly as you're doing this.
what a fine specimen you are, and I'll take your hand and kiss it.
Oh, a gentleman and a charlatan, all in the same. Are you looking for some fun, Mr. Mustache?
We're what are you doing later tonight? Right now it's a little busy at the moment.
I'm gesturing behind his back with
Yeah.
the open
Yeah.
mouth and pumping my fist.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I do the money with my fingers and say, "How much?"
I could wait all day for you for the low price of 2,000 gold.
Oh my goodness.
That is, a very. I would have said 3,000. Look at you, 2,000. You're really going low on yourself. I just want to let you know that.
You honor me, sir.
But unfortunately, we're just meeting some companions here. Not the type of companionship that you're so lovingly offering.
That is fine. I am not a woman to be tamed so easily. Farewell.
I'll be back with 4,000 gold one day. Don't worry.
So you see her approach this very wealthy-looking person.
Hey, Magrom, you ever been laid before?
Easy come. And I don't remember the rest.
Magrom, make a perception check.
Oh, no.
Holy shit!
So you see the noble reach into his coin purse, and he pulls out exactly 15 gold pieces and hands it to her. And she takes him upstairs.
I just look at him and go, man, it's too bad she was definitely out of your league.
Yeah, she sure was. Sure was. Fine girl, that one. All they're trying to do here is take your money. Just keep that in mind.
Would the DM describe Maximus as a attractive male?
I mean, he's not ugly by any means. He's not.
If you want to go by the score, If you want to go by the score, which
yeah,
you
14,
can,
yeah.
I'm a +2 charisma. So whatever that means, like
Right.
a +10 is like godly beauty, right? Or +8 or something.
Yeah. Tantine is the most beautiful of you all. With
I'm a half-orc.
That's why he has to hide his beauty with his mask.
You're just as beautiful as Toast is, a fucking 18-foot tall troglodyte that lives in the ocean sea.
I gotta go to bed.
Okay.
And here
We shall end it here.
Does Toast show up? Can we do that at least?
Toast.
And
I
he
mean-
says nothing.
If you guys told me to meet you there, then I would probably meet you there. So,
Toast.
Are you coming? Are you showing
yeah,
up?
Alright, I'm gonna start walking.
No, stop.
Stop.
Stop moving.
Ready, set, go. Stop.
Where is he?
Right there.
Are we still recording?
He's in the bar. I'm gonna
You've
order
been there
him
the
a
whole
salt
time.
water. When did he get here?